Welcome to Crafting with the Craft Lady. I'm your host, Erica, also known as the Craft Lady. Today I have very special guest, my mom, Kathleen.
Hi.
Glad you could make it. So today we're going to do a really pretty craft, a sun catcher. So this sun catcher is actually easier to make than you might think. So what you're going to need is acrylic or plexiglass. It normally comes in, you can buy it online, or you could buy it at a craft store or hardware store. With a craft or hardware store, you may have to cut it down to size, but normally online it has good sizes, and some craft stores may have fun sizes and shapes. You're also going to need string, and the type of string I have here is a beading string, but honestly it doesn't matter what type of string. It could be twine. It's not really that big deal in that. You need scissors and foil tape. This is found easily at craft stores and it's really pretty. And it's also good to have a hot glue gun if you want to really reinforce the string on the side. So to start off with, we're going you're also going to need dry flowers. I'll explain more about how to dry those in a little bit. So basically the first thing you do is you take and get your protective layers off of your plexiglass or acrylic. Now this is a little thicker acrylic, unfortunately, but that means it's going to be a little heavier. But you can also find it lighter and thinner. And sometimes you just have to find a little niche before it comes off. There we go. Now, while she's doing the next step you're going to do is arrange your flowers on your sun catcher. And so with that, while she's doing that, I'll explain more about the flowers. So one of the flowers that's really good for this craft are these type. I don't know the name of them, but on the sun catcher they're going to look a little different because I took them apart to make them flatter, but they still look pretty. And then I've got some baby breath and some zinnias. So how I did these flowers is a combination of a couple different methods. So you can microwave the flowers. It worked really well for the baby breaths, but with the zinnias it kind of dried them up and changed the color a little bit, but it's quicker. You just take wax paper, paper towels, flowers in the wax paper, and then cover by paper towels, and you cover it with a casserole dish that's kind of heavy. And you just got to be careful not to burn them. Don't do it too long. Maybe 10 seconds and check it or something like that. And then another way is through a book, the old-fashioned way. Or you could, I didn't do it this way, but you could try it with wood, 2 pieces of wood. Basically, same premise. You take the flowers, put them in wax paper, and put them in paper towels, and you put them in between heavy books. As long as you got something flat and heavy, you're fine. And those take a little longer. It can take a week or more, or 2, but they actually seem to do. They're less risky. Put it that way. So she's okay. You good? Okay. So we'll show you the finished product in a minute, but to not mess up her display, we're gonna leave it. We'll show you in just a minute. Now try to avoid getting it on the edge because the foil tape will do a little bit of a border. So I'm just going to scoot it just a little in. And anyway, so the next step is very crucial. Now don't just stick it on there loosely, because as soon as you stick it on there, the flowers are going to try to go on this top piece. So in order to prevent issues and prevent as much movement, what you're going to do is you're going to line it up, and you're going to make sure it's, don't touch it yet, make sure it's in a good spot, and you're going to put it down as quickly as possible. It will probably move a little, but just do it as quickly as possible. Now, once you've got it on there, this is, it's helpful to have someone to help you hold it. If you don't have anybody to help you hold it, another way to do it is to, I had tried it this way, but you might could take like a binder clip and have it ready and hold it, secure one or more sides, if you don't have assistance with this. But so where's the top of it?
This way. No, right there.
Okay. So here's our top. Now hold. Okay. Now hold it over here so I can access the tape over here. Both hands. There you go. Thank you. So with the tape, here it is. Well, hold it up here, down here, and up here. There you go. Okay. So I'll try to hurry on this so we don't have any issues. It's best to do it flat, but for the sake of show, we're trying to, have it visible. So what you're going to do is you're going to center the tape on here as much as possible. And we'll squeeze it to make sure it gets it nice and good, secure. So what you're going to do is go side by side, and you're going to keep doing the same thing and folding it over as you go. And there's another variation of this if it's one-sided, if you don't really have the means to do the two-sided because of the lack of someone to help with this part of it. And then scissors come in play. Make sure this is good. The reason it's centered so you have a nice even border as much as possible. We're all human, but at least as much as possible. So show them your Suncatcher, and easier than you might think. So next step is we've got to...
Well, let me do the colorful side.
Oh yeah, much better. So what you're going to do next is you're going to take full tape, about this much of it, and okay, so that's the top.
Oh wow, top's this. Sorry.
You're fine.
I guess so.
So what you're going to do is put the string right there, and center the string as much as you can, and center the tape. That's again so your border looks nice and even as much as possible. Okay, here we go. I think we're good now. So once you got that on, and I'll trim it a little because we got a little much there. There, that's good. So ideally it's good to get the right size on the tape, but anyway, now with this glass it's a little on the thicker side, so it's heavier. So what I ended up doing was adding. I still have the full tape, but I also hot glued it. So basically what I would do with the hot glue is I'd peel off. I get my hot glue gun ready. I peel off just half of this. I'd still put it on like that, and then stick half of it. Put hot glue here, and then fold it back over. Just be careful; it's kind of hot when you do that. So we'll do the other side. Your side where you stick the tape depends on what kind of shape you have. So, but it's not, as long as it's secure and you like how it hangs, it doesn't matter so much specifics. I should have cut this tape a little more to size, but oh well. Anyway, so there, I'm not going to hot glue right now, but that's how you do it. And so basically, there's your Suncatcher. So there's a little bit of a variation with this. With the two-piece one, you can add a picture in there. You could have a sticker if it's like for a kid or something. You could add, you could write on the outside, like if say someone got married, and you got, say, some flowers from their wedding, you could put the date they got married with a Sharpie or something, or someone's birthday, or just some special event, whatever it is. It could be year-round, as long as you get the flowers year-round. There's also a variation with just one piece of plexiglass. Now with this, I painted the back side of it, and then, so there's paint on that side, and I used the spongy top brush, and I used a regular acrylic brush, and then it just has the Sharpie on that other side, so it makes a really neat effect. So that is how you make the Suncatchers. So I look forward to next month's video, and to clarify, we're probably going to end up just doing a video by the end of the next month. And make sure to like and subscribe my channel, and I look forward to our next craft.